Hello, Matt Farnham here with our housing market update for the last month. We are at the end of October. Hope everybody's ready for a fun Halloween celebration with friends and family. This is my favorite time of year as we head into the holidays, the real holidays of Thanksgiving and Christmas. Super excited about that. I hope you are as well. We hope from behalf of my team to you and your family, we hope that everybody in your world is happy, healthy, and safe. Such a crazy year we've been walking through, but I hope you are finding joy in the midst of the craziness this year. But anyways, let's get right to it. This will be a shorter update. Just want to cover a couple key things with you. Also want to mention of two exciting updates for all of our friends and family that we're going to be hopefully by this time next month able to give you two super exciting announcements. So stay tuned for that. But let's get right to the local housing market, what we're seeing. Home prices are up for single-family homes 0.7% month over month. So very little appreciation in the last month. It went up 0.7%. It's up 8.8% year over year. So almost 9% appreciation year over year. So that's fantastic. But that 0.7% actually is down quite a bit because the last 4 months before that, we've averaged almost 2% appreciation per month for 4 months in a row. One of those months was much higher to kind of skew that average, but still it averaged around 1.9 to 2% of appreciation each month for 4 months. So 0.7 is definitely slowed down a bit. Same thing with inventory. Inventory, actually, available homes on the market right now for single family is actually up 3.4% month over month. So inventory has gone up last month since 4 months in a row where we actually had inventory decline for 4 consecutive months. So that's interesting. We saw the home price appreciation slow down quite a bit, and inventory has actually gone up a little bit, which makes sense. Supply and demand always is going to affect and influence housing values and prices, of course. As far as what's currently available on the market, every price segment that we have in the Las Vegas Valley under $1 million is no more than 2.5 months of inventory. So by definition, if I always remind you this, but under 3 months of inventory is a seller's market. So every price segment under $1 million is no more than 2.5 months of inventory. But here's what's crazy is $1 million plus, it's only 5.4 months of inventory. Usually for years in Vegas, we see 12, 14, 16, sometimes more months of inventory in the $1 million plus price point. That speaks to the California demand. There's a lot of money coming into Vegas right now. So if you have a luxury property, now might be the great time to think about selling that and cashing in on this California demand that's coming in. So let us know if you are in that position and want to discuss that. But overall, all price segments combined, it's an effective 1.6 months of inventory. So 1.6 months, very low inventory. Even though it climbed a little bit last month, it's still incredibly low inventory. So great time to sell if you're thinking about it. And buyers, interest rates are still incredibly low. The eviction moratorium, I want to mention that. So there's been a lot of news around the eviction moratorium here in Clark County, in the state of Nevada. So that actually got lifted October 15th. As of October 15th, no matter your situation with COVID, the property managers or landlords could give you an eviction notice to vacate. However, if you weren't aware, there is a federal update to that kind of trumps the Nevada law, if you will. The little caveat to that is it's not super public as far as property managers and landlords having to notify the tenant of such. So just know that with the CDC, there is a extra protection. You would have to provide what's called the CDC declaration form. So I'll have a link to that form in this email, but you would provide that to the property manager or landlord. And then you actually get an extension for eviction protection through December 31st. So it takes you through the end of the year, but you do have to have this declaration form, which basically says, I am a victim of COVID-19, economic victim, financial impact, therefore I can't pay. Now keep in mind, you're still on the hook for those payments, any late fees and things like that. You just can't get an eviction notice if you fill that form out and play by those guidelines. So I'll put those links in there for you. And what's really interesting right now is kind of going to be probably a topic we're talking about for the months to come, is right now Clark County households. There's 136,000 households in Clark County that could potentially have a risk of eviction. That's a lot of households. Now, how many of those are actually going to have to go through an eviction process? That remains to be seen. But it'll be something we need to keep our eye on, because one of the concerns with that many homes that might stand to have an eviction take place is how many of those homeowners of those properties do they decide to rent again or to potentially sell if they hit the market. So I do think there's a chance that we could see a percentage of those properties come to the market. And if that's the case, of course, inventory could grow and supply and demand could take effect, which of course could impact housing values. So there's a lot of speculation there. We need to let this all play out. Of course, a vaccine's a huge part of this, because we get people back to work. We get conventions opened again, all that type of stuff. We have more money flowing in, better jobs, less need for evictions and decisions that sellers have to make with things like that. So we'll keep you posted play by play on that month after month. But interesting statistic for you to share. And I'm going to put a review journal article below the video here, as well as that CDC declaration form related to that. If you are in that position, or if you know someone who is, please forward this information onto them. And then last thing I just want to mention, interest rates are still very low. If you're looking to purchase a home, even an investment property right now, you can get incredibly low interest rates on an investment property. It's kind of mind-boggling, but great opportunities. So call us for the information. We'll introduce you to some great people to talk to about refinance options, new mortgage options, and things like that. And if you didn't watch it, please watch the last Real Life at Level 10 episode that we put out. We put it out 10 or 11 days ago, but it was specific to these interest rates and what it really means for the buying power that you have compared to a market where rates are maybe up a half a point or up a full percentage point from what they are right now. And I even went as detailed to show you what happens if home prices were to appreciate 5%, but interest rates were to decrease a half a point, or vice versa, or 1%, what that really means for the budget, for that monthly payment. And it's just crazy eye-opening on how powerful that interest rate is on what it does to your actual housing payment and how much home you can afford to purchase. So watch that video. We'll put a link below. Share that with anybody that you know might be interested or want to get educated on how that all works. But I hope that brings some value to you. So that's really it. I wanted to keep it really short this month. Market's still strong. Home prices are still going up, and inventory seems to be kind of leveling out, which is good. But anyways, anything we do for you, we love hearing from you. Again, happy fall. Hope you are excited for the next couple months ahead, and reach out anytime. We love hearing from you. All the best, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks so much.